Welcome back to another day in Destiny. Last episode we went back to the moon, woke up the Hive, slayed some wizards, some knights, and took down the notorious Hive abomination known as Fogoth. We even got a quick game of Crucible in before the day was over. After all was said and done, we ended day 2 as a level 14 with a 75 light level, with Venus as our next destination. For day 3, we make the most progress on the character yet, so I really hope you go on to enjoy this episode. And if you do, then leave a like and a comment down below that lets me know you guys want to see more. Let's get right into day 3. We start off by heading to the tower. Every day of Destiny begins with this daily ritual to pick up bounties, quests, and prep for the journey ahead. Venus is probably my favorite destination in Destiny 1. To me, it was the most fun to patrol and explore. I have so many memorable moments on Venus, like loading up the Vault of Glass so you could have a 6-man patrol squad, farming treasure keys, glitching out of the map, or simply just exploring every nook and cranny with your friends. Venus is one of the most standout Destiny 1 locations in my mind. Our first mission on Venus starts off on the Shattered Coast where we link our Sparrow and slay some Fallen. We dive a bit deeper, be sure to pick up the precious golden chest, and enter the Ishtar Academy. It's here we encounter the Vex for the first time.
Better find some cover.
Now I was a bit overleveled for this mission, but I remember my first time through in 2014 as a noob. This mission kicked my ass so many times. And I think I actually had to have one of my buddies hop in and help me out because I was just stuck. But now, being overleveled and a bit more of a seasoned player, the Vex didn't even stand a chance. Now we encounter one of the most memorable, for better or for worse, cutscenes in the history of Destiny.
Well fought.
You're here.
We haven't got much time.
Who are you?
Why have you been watching us?
I don't even have time to explain why I don't have time to explain.
There it is.
I will.
Now that no time to explain line is definitely cringe, but being able to hear our own Guardian actually be the one to carry on a conversation with the stranger, instead of our ghost, already gives it a leg up on Destiny 2's cutscenes where we forgot how to speak or something.
You need my help, Guardian.
Is that why you brought us here?
They brought us here. The Vex. Evil so dark it despises other evil.
You're not a Guardian.
No. I was not forged in light. But I believe where our paths cross, ground could break. Have you heard of the Black Garden?
The stranger tells us we need to find the Black Garden, and this leads us to the Reef where we must ask the Awoken for some information about the Black Garden. This is the first time we ever encounter Uldren and Mara Sov, and even now I still really love this cutscene and the dialogue shared between Uldren, Mara, and our Guardian.
I am a Guardian from Earth. We're searching for the Black Garden. Why? We seek to destroy the darkness at its heart.
You want to turn it into a battleground. How unimaginative.
Do you know where it is?
Everyone knows where it is. The hard part is getting in.
Can you help us?
And why would we do that?
The Queen requests counsel with her brother.
Cutscenes like these really sparked a lot of interest in the deepest parts of the world, like who are the Awoken? Why do they have fallen allies? Who is this queen and her douchebag brother? It got people interested in the game's world. We head back to Venus to complete a couple missions and to slay a Gate Lord, Uldren hoping we'll die by its hands. But because we're a badass, we slay the Gate Lord no sweat and toss the head at Uldren's feet, making the Purple Man very angry.
If you wish them certain death, just kill them here.
Often when we guess at others' motives, we reveal only our own.
This is where the game deviates from the original vanilla Destiny story. See, after Taken King release, the vanilla campaign was restructured to do a few different things. It split any of the missions relating to the Fallen from the vanilla campaign and added them to be completed in the House of Wolves questline instead, and it also split the Hive missions off and added them to Eris Morn's Dark Below questline. So the main focus for the rest of the vanilla content shifts quite a bit and mainly focuses on the Vex and Cabal for the remainder of the game. It is pretty cool that it drops us off at the Reef social space now halfway through the game, and we have the opportunity to start completing missions for Petra and further the House of Wolves related content. I spent a few minutes here talking to the vendors like Varix, one of the best characters.
I will help you track the wolves, and you will say good things to Petra.
Master Ives, who was also voiced by the same guy as Devrim Kay in D2, and of course, Brother Vance, back when he was such a cool character before Curse of Osiris diminished his character to an Osiris fanboy instead of an elusive, mysterious disciple of Osiris.
Oh, now I see why Osiris is interested in you. If it's time.
But the Reef social space is still one of my favorite places in the entire game. I decided to run one mission for Petra, which was defeating the House of Winter's Kell, Draxus. I was able to breeze through this mission and wipe out Draxus pretty quick, so I made sure to disrespect his throne by popping a squat on it.
Draxus was one of the worst plagues this system has ever seen. Without their count, houses usually turn against each other.
But now it was time for us to enter the exclusion zone to further our quest to find the Black Garden. Ghost tries to use scare tactics on me when he explains how tough the Cabal are, but let's be honest, their strength is a bit overrated. I was able to push through the exclusion zone and end up at Master Chief's helmet in just a few minutes. But the next mission on Mars, I got a bit distracted upon landing by a Taken invasion in the Scablands, and I was determined to take out this Taken boss.
Hang on, we might have a problem.
After that epic fail, I moved on to the mission at hand and still upset that my target lived to fight another day. But I usually dislike most of the missions with the Cabal, but for whatever reason, I don't mind this one. At the Spire, we slay the Primus, charge the Eye, and we're ready to enter the Black Garden. But first, a quick stop back at the tower. After turning in some engrams and bounties, we were sitting at a healthy level 19 with just under 100 light level. I'd say we're more than ready for the Black Garden. Now there are some missions that got skipped over in the quest line that are on Mars, and we didn't do any of the strikes on Mars or Venus yet, but we'll get to them soon enough. For now though, it's time we assaulted the Black Garden.
I hope this works.
The Black Garden has always been a great location, and it's nice to see a bit more of it in Destiny too. I'm hoping it will be a patrol area at one point because I'd love to explore all over this area if possible. Eventually, we fight our way through the many Vex and make it to the door that leads us to the heart of the Black Garden.
The heart of the Black Garden. Well, here goes nothing. Or everything.
I'll admit, the mission itself is a bit underwhelming when considering that this is the heart of the Black Garden. Fighting 3 Minotaurs isn't exactly a great way to depict the Dark Heart, but after we slay the final Minotaur of the Soul Progeny, we expel the Dark Heart and the Traveler begins to heal.
We're back on Mars. The Shroud of Darkness is lifting, and light returns to the Traveler. The speaker is calling us home.
For centuries we feared the forces of darkness massing against us. We sought to hide and cower beneath a broken god. No more. These guardians show us what we are, what we have always been, and what we will be again. We are what remains of the light, and we will not be stamped out.
It's a day for pretty speeches and medals. But we know the real fight takes place out there. Take this. There's so much more, Guardian. I've seen terrible things born out in the darkness. Every moment brings them closer. All ends are beginnings. Our fight is far from over.
I know Destiny's vanilla story had problems, and I'm not blind to the fact that at release it was an incoherent mess by the end. But the mystery, the intrigue, the world building, the locations, and overall player interest in what it all means completely topped anything in Destiny 2's vanilla game. So while yes, the vanilla campaign had glaring issues that are undeniable, it obviously did have something there that sparked interest, conversation, wonder, lore channels, and created a world people truly did care about and were invested in. Destiny 1 has this undeniable magic that Destiny 2 hasn't been able to capture. Forsaken came the closest to that feeling in Destiny 2, and I believe that's because almost every aspect of its story dealt with characters and lore from Destiny 1. Again, vanilla Destiny wasn't perfect, but it engaged all of us to the Destiny universe enough to be sitting here 6 years later, still invested in the world and awaiting the next chapter. I hope you've been enjoying the journey back through Destiny 1 as much as I have. Playing through this game again reminds me why I fell in love with this game in the first place. I'm excited to continue with this series. We've still got a lot of content to play through. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below, leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode.